that is every encounter with the true children of chaos. Anarchy is our passion. Ruin is our home. Annihilation is our love. Nothing will survive us. We are a force of nature. The end of realms. Chaos incarnate. And we bring war.
Long ago, we took to the skies to flee from the rising storm of chaos. We now live there. The breath of Grunge, or Aether Gold, is what allows us to stay. It is by far the most precious substance we've come across, and though we will not break our word, if the Aether Gold is involved, you'd best check the contract before you sign. We live by a code above all else now, and though we didn't pray to our gods of old, we didn't need them, nor they us.
Welcome to another Saga of Dice Battle Report, Age of Sigmar. So, Andy, Roman.
Hi, everybody.
I'm playing new KO. This is totally exciting.
And I'm playing new Beasts of Chaos, which is not as exciting as new KO.
Yeah. So, I'm playing Barak Nar. You're playing which sub-faction?
Darkwalkers.
Dark Waters. So, we're going to learn a lot about these armies. We're going to play Presence of Idols. And it's going to be a really fun game. We'll be back in a second, but don't forget, like and subscribe. And if you want, there's a Patreon there as well. If you want to join that, then that would be great. But otherwise, we'll see you after deployment. So we are doing In the Presence of Idols. It's a pretty simple mission. It's the usual, we've got 3 objectives here, and it's score 1, score 2, score more. I'm set up over here in this table quarter. Roman's going to be set up in that table quarter.
I'm in the woods.
He's in the woods. So the difference is that we both chose 3 idol units. And if an idol unit kills another idol unit, then you get another victory point. So yeah, as I said, 1, 2 more battle tactic, and then potentially another point for killing an idol with an idol.
Hi, everybody. This will be my list for today's game. It's Beasts of Chaos army in the Darkwalkers Great Fray, so I can pick up Ungor and Gore and move them around the table. My grand strategy is Desecrating Brayherd, and my triumph, if I get it, is going to be Bloodthirsty. My army has 3 battalions in it. Starting on the right-hand side here are 3 units of Ungor Raiders, a 10, a 10, and a 20. They are all in Galician Sharpshooters. Moving into the middle, I have 3 characters and a unit of regular Ungors in a Warlord battalion. The characters are a Beast of Chaos Zangor Shaman with the Brayblast Trumpet, so he can summon a unit once per game, and the Vicious Stranglethorn spell. The ugly-looking Shaman has Tendrils of Atrophy and nothing else. And the prettier Great Bray Shaman has the spell Viletide and the Aspect of the Champion Tunnel Master. They're giving me an extra artifact, which is why I can afford what is on my general. In the back there, you can see a Herdstone and a Cygor. The Cygor is just hanging out. He is not in a battalion for today's game. And then on the left, we have some semi-painted Bulgor and a Doom Bull, all in a Vanguard battalion, so they can reroll runs and charges once per game for free. The Doom Bull has the Bestial Cunning command trait, so he can deploy a unit outside of 7 of the enemy if that unit deployed in reserve. And he has the artifact of Slitherrack Helm, so he can has a very good chance to make something he charges fight last.
All right, so new Kharadron Overlords. We've got a Barak Nar. So let's start with the general. So he's the Aether Chemist there in the front, and he's an old Sky Dog. That's his command trait. So he gives me an extra great, what are they called now? Great engine work. So I can take a second great engine work. And so then I've got an Engine Master with Dirigible Suit, and he has my 1 artifact, which is the Phosphorite Bomblets. So if he gets within 6, he can just start rolling. If it's not a 1, he does mortal wounds, he just keeps going.
Wow.
And then I've got an allied in Rune Lord, and he's got the heal prayer. So for my battle line, I've got a big block of 20 Arcanaut Company, and they've got 2 Aethematic Volley Guns, 2 Light Skyhooks, and 2 Sky Pikes. Then I've got 6 Endrin Riggers, and they've got 2 Aethematic Volley Guns and 2 Drill Launchers. And then I've got 10 Thunderers in their battle line because I'm in Barak Nar, and the Endrin Riggers are battle line because I've got an Endrin Master. So the Thunderers, I've got 2 Fumigators, 2 Deck Sweepers, 2 Aether Cannons, and 1 Mortar. And then in terms of my other units, I've got allied in some 20 Hammerers here, hoping to give me some kind of melee threat. And then it's just the boat. So I've got the Ironclad, and it's got the Great Sky Cannon as its main gun, and it's got a battle ram, so hoping to crash into units and do some mortal wounds. And then I've got the Gun Hauler, it's got the Great Sky Cannon as well, and for its Endrin work, it's got Colbeard's collapsible compartment, so it can take up to 6 models in it, and it becomes a transport vessel as well. So this all fits into a battle regiment, 1990 points. My grand strategy is Rule the Skies. My triumph is Inspired. My article, so now I get to choose these. My article was Settle the Grudges, which gives me a +1 to wound on one of his units. Amendment, Trust Your Guns. So once per shooting phase, I can give a unit rerolling 1s. And then footnote, no reward without risk. Once per battle, I can give a unit a 3d6 charge. So yeah, that's Barak Nar.
Welcome to turn 1, Beasts of Chaos. As you can see, I don't have very much on the board, so these phases are going to go very quickly. Beginning of my hero phase, I'm going to choose Cunning Maneuver as my battle tactic. And then we will... let's cast a spell. We will have... heroic actions first.
Yeah.
Of course, and also I get I get 2 command points. You get 3 command points.
I do.
I still get the 2nd command point, even though my general is not here because of an allegiance ability in Beasts of Chaos. As long as he's alive and in the woods, I still generate it on my turn. So I am going to try for an extra command point on my Bray Shaman. I get it.
I'm going to try for 1 on my Endrin Master. I don't get it.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, there. There we go. So it's on the Bration.
Okay. So then we are going to do a Ritual of Ruin from off the table. I am going to choose my Zangor Shaman, and I'm going to do the Warping Curse to your Gun Hauler.
Okay.
So it's going to take D6 mortal wounds. He is going to take D3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
Since he's off the table, I can't shunt it to anybody else. So on to the Gun Hauler. Takes 1 mortal wound. And then the Zangor Shaman takes 1 mortal wound, because it's a D3 on him. I believe that's my entire hero phase.
Okay. So
We can...
Well, at the end of that hero phase, I can roll to heal from the Endrin Riggers, because that happens at the end of any phase.
Oh, very good.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you roll a what?
I roll 6 dice, and for every 4 or 5, I heal 1 wound.
Oh, so I'm just
Not
going to have...
6s?
6s, I get extra.
Oh my goodness. Don't forget them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to have hurt my shaman for nothing.
So yeah, I heal that wound.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
great. We're back at the start of Beasts of Chaos movement phase. I've decided to use my once a battle off the board volleys, hidden volleys from my Ungor Raiders. I'm going to be shooting at these Arcanaut Company here. I'm going to start with the big unit of 20 Ungor Raiders. So they get 41 shots because the champion gets 1 additional shot. They will be 4s and 4s, no rend. And off camera, Andy has declared an all-out defense for the Arcanauts. So I've got 20 dice here. We're going to do these in 2 sets. So first 20.
You're hitting on 4s.
I am hitting on 4s. It's all 4s and 4s. So I've got
cool.
9 hits. Do you want to just resolve these in batches? So these will be my 2 wounds off of this first 20. That's pretty good. So I've got 6 wounds.
Okay, I'll keep
No
track.
rend. Then we will do another 20, and then I am owed 1 more die for the champion, so I'll just re-roll a miss.
Nice.
So again, 4s and 4s. We'll pick up this one and re-roll it for the champion. And then 4s to wound. That's another 5, so you've got 11 saves to make, and that's that unit.
Okay. All right. I got 11 dice here.
Okay.
So +1 to save. So I'll be saving on 3s. So that'll kill 1.
1.
It's not too bad.
Not bad at all. It's
So-
actually pretty discouraging, to tell you the truth. No, do I even want to spend the rest of my bullets on that? Why? If I go somewhere else, then they don't get the benefit of all-out attack.
Well, at defense. Yeah.
Right, yes.
Oh, that's true.
So, probably not going to kill anything else. What's his leadership like?
I think it's an 8.
Okay.
Are you thinking about for healing? For
heroic recovery. Because I think he is likely my next target, because everything else is in the boats, and the hammers have a 3-up save anyway.
Right.
He has a 3-up save, but he's got a lot fewer wounds than anything else I might shoot at.
Yeah, 8.
Okay, and I'm not keen on doing that all again. Would you pass me one more die, Rob?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Because that'll be one more on top of that, please.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Because I'll just do.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not allowed attacking, so this should now be 22 dice. So this is the other 10 and the other 10 raiders all together. They should have.
Oh, it's one.
No, they should have 21 apiece. So I'll take that away and do them separately. I was about to do them together, and I was forgetting how many shots I got. So let's put this. This will be the first unit of 10. We'll put those into him.
Sounds good.
So again, 4s and 4s. So that is 7 off of the first volley.
Okay.
We'll keep that aside and make sure I don't accidentally roll 22. Do you want to just take them all together? Shall I finish up?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he can't die off that first volley, so the second volley is definitely going into him. We've agreed ahead of time that any standing dice are going to get re-rolled. So that many hits, and then that's another 7. So it's 14 saves total.
14 saves.
Maybe I just should have put the whole thing into him.
If you would have all up defense stuff.
That's true, down to 2s.
Yeah. All right, here we go. All right, so he's gonna take 1, 2. Wow, I'm rolling like a champ here.
2.
2 wounds.
Okay, well, there's my once a game ability for 3 wounds. I will get into the rest of my movement phase. This is the end of Beasts of Chaos movement, turn 1. 10 Ungor, regular Ungor, not the Raiders, have appeared from the woods to claim that objective. The Sigor moved up to put a toe onto the center objective, and unfortunately is too far away from the Arcanauts to throw a rock at them. And the Bray Shaman spent the command point that he generated in the hero phase to run 6 inches to get his toe onto that far objective. So I currently hold all 3 objectives and have scored Cunning Maneuver with the Bray Shaman on the far point for 5 points.
KO turn 1, and I'm going to try a KO battle tactic called Opening Salvo, which means that as long as no units have been destroyed yet, I need to destroy a unit through shooting.
Rip Sigor.
So that Sigor is going to have to feel some pain.
He is going to have a bad day.
Bad day for the Sigor.
A good day for the Sigor.
For my heroic action,
When it's up against the Lumineth Castle.
heroic action, I'm going to try to heal my Engine Master. And he fails that, so he cannot heal.
Okay, my Bray Shaman is going to attempt a extra command point. Is this on?
I think so. If you just will hit it once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet.
It's rolling in command points.
All right, so let me just double check my hero phase stuff here, but it's pretty simple. So I get to roll a d6 for every one of my KO heroes. I got 2, and for every 4-up, I get an extra CP.
Cool.
So I'm gonna get 2 more CP.
What?
Do you not? Oh, because the Rune Priest
I have-
isn't a KO.
I have 5 CP. I've never had that many.
We talked about this at the tournament. Just look me dead in the eye and declare inspiring presence on a unit that's lost no models.
Yes. And then I could heal a Sky Vessel if I wanted to with him, but instead I'm going to roll for my prayer, and I'll try to put an extra pip of rend onto the hammers.
That'll put them at Ren 2?
Rend 2.
Okay.
Really big shoe.
So that goes off.
Yep.
And that is the end of my hero phase. I've moved, I just kind of shuffled these guys. There's like one guy who was foot on the objective. I ran, command point ran these guys. So they're like fully on the objective. I left the Rune Lord back here. I've got this little boat back here. And I've got the Ironclad here.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna grab my notes for the shooting phase a second here, so I don't forget anything. So shooting phase, I can pick one KO unit to reroll ones to hit. So I'm gonna pick the Thunderers to do that.
Do you reroll? That's the your footnote. Something coming off your.
Yeah,
footnote,
it's one of those articles.
Is it
yeah.
one die or one unit?
One of my units.
Okay.
Yeah. And Arcanauts get +1 to hit for a unit contesting an objective, so they will get +1 to hit against that thing.
Poor guy.
Yeah. So let's start off with the Arcanaut Company. They're out of range, but there's one guy with a volley gun who's going to get. He's within 15. This guy back here. Are you okay with him seeing?
Yep, looks solid to me.
Psycho? Okay, so he'll get 2d6 shots. So he's going to get 5 shots, and he's hitting on 4s and wounding on 4s.
And you're getting +1 because I'm contesting an objective?
Yeah, so hitting on 3s. Okay, so 2 miss, and then wounding on 4s. So just 1 at no rend.
No rend, I'm looking for a 5. I do not get it. He takes his first wound of probably many.
Yeah. And then that's it for the Arcanaut Company. So then I'm going to go to the Endrin Master. And so he has 1 shot with his Aether Cannon. So he hits on a 3. Hits. And then he wounds on a 2. So that wounds, so that's at rend 2.
Okay, I'm gonna go straight through. How much damage?
D3 damage for 3 damage.
So I've taken 4.
And then he gets 6 shots with his dirigible suit weapon battery, hitting on 3s. They all hit. And then wounding on 3s. So that is 5 at rend 1.
Okay, I will be fishing for 6s. I do not roll any. How much damage?
Just 1 damage each.
Okay, so that's another 5, so I've taken 9 so far.
Yikes. Okay, so I'll do the Ironclad next. So it's got the Aether Shot torpedoes. The carbines are out of range, but the torpedoes hit on 4s. Yeah, so they hit on 4s. So just 1 hits, and then wounds on a 3. So wounds, and that is at rend 1.
Okay, looking for 6. Nope.
Okay, that is D3 damage for 2 damage.
2 damage. 11 taken.
Okay, and then I'll do the Great Sky Cannon Shell. That's 2 shots, hitting on 4s. 1 hit, and then wounding on a 2. So that wounds, and that is at rend 2.
Okay, straight through.
So that does D3 plus 3 damage.
Alrighty.
So that does 5 damage.
Okay, that is the end of the Sigor.
Oh my god.
I know. That's insane.
Now, don't overvalue that too much. Beasts of Chaos monsters go down real easy.
Okay.
With no wizards on the table, I'm not that unhappy to lose him. He's not making a lot of his points back anyway.
Okay.
That's fair.
All right, so, well, that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay.
So I hold 1, hold 2, hold more, and I got my battle tactic, so I'll get 5 as well.
Nice.
We're back at the we're going to do this wrong again. Bottom? Top of, I'm never going to get that right. Top of Beasts of Chaos. Turn 2. My battle tactic this turn is going to be gaining momentum, so I'm going to try to control more objectives on the table, and I'm going to try to kill that Rune Priest. We've generated our command points. For my heroic action, I'm going to try heroic leadership to generate another command point on the Brave Shaman who's on the table. I'm looking for 4 up, which I get.
I'm going to try to heroic recovery my Engine Master.
Thank you.
He succeeds this time, so he will heal 1.
Okay. Then I will perform a Ritual of Ruin. I'm going to do it from my Bray Shaman, who is off the table, onto your Rune Priest right here. We're going to do the Warping Curse again, so he's just going to take d6 wounds, or d6 mortals. I don't need him any closer to the board edge.
Yeah.
So he takes 4 mortal wounds. And then my Bray Shaman takes 3 mortal wounds. This will be the last time I can do that from off the board, because everything's about to deploy. The last thing I will do in my hero phase is just cast a Mystic Shield from that Shaman.
Nice.
I'm looking for a 5, get it on a 10.
Whoa. Hello.
Coming from?
From the Bray Shaman in the corner there on that far.
I think I'm outside of 30, but
Okay,
I'll
just
just
take a look
check.
and we'll make sure.
Yeah.
Where's your dispel?
Right,
It's him.
Right
Okay.
there.
Yep. All right, so
That
Mystic
fell
Shield
off.
goes off, and we'll be back after I finish deploying everything at the end of the movement phase. I'm ready to go. Here we are at the end of Beasts of Chaos movement phase. The table may look a little different than it did before.
Yeah.
I've had some units deploy all around the table edges outside of 9 of my opponent, with the exception of the 6 Bulgor deployed in the center with Bestial Cunning, my command trait. They're deployed outside of 7 of the nearest enemy and anywhere on the table. My shooting phase is going to be pretty short. I have 1 unit of Ungor Raiders along the table edge here.
I'll do all-out defense.
That's going to shoot at this Rune Priest right here. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. I need 2 more. 21. So they get 2 shots each. There's a unit of 10 plus 1 for the champion, because he gets 1 extra shot to his range weapon. So these guys are going to take aim and fire at this Rune Priest. I'm on 4s and 4s. Hopefully, this is truly excessive overkill.
Yeah.
So he needs to make just 4 saves.
All right, so no rend.
No rend.
Okay, so saving on 3s. Here we go. He's dead.
Oh.
All right, battle tactic so far may be achieved if I take a point from you.
Okay.
Actually, I guess it's already good because the Bulgor are taking it from those Arcanauts even if I hold still. So next up we'll do some charges because that's the end of the movement phase.
Excellent. Shooting phase.
Right, that's what I mean, the shooting phase. It all blends together.
It does.
It looks to me like I have 3 charges to make.
Cool. Where do you want to go first?
Why don't we start with the Doom Bull here into the Hammerers.
Cool.
So the Doom Bull is looking for an 8. He deployed outside of 9. He gets +1 on the turn he comes in from ambush. I get an 8.
All right,
So
he's in.
in he goes.
And does he do impact hits?
He's got a pair of impact effects.
Okay.
So he does do impact hits, and he can also maybe make you strike last.
Okay.
So we'll do the Slitherack Helm first. So on a 2-up, your unit is going to be fighting last. It does not. And then the impact hits. On a 2-up, he will do D3 impact hits. Okay, this one's fired. Next up, we'll do the charge on these Bulgor. They are looking for a 7 because they get a further +1 after deploying for having a musician.
Sure.
They get an 11.
There you go.
So they'll be in. They also do impact hits. Now that I'm close enough, they get to, as long as I've put 1 model in contact with you, they get to roll a d6 for each model in the unit. On a 2-up, it will deal a mortal wound. I get to re-roll 1s as long as they have a standard bearer.
Okay.
So I'll re-roll both of those 1s with the standard, and it'll be 6 mortal wounds.
Okay. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, like that.
And then we're going to feed that other poor unit into the meat grinder. They're 7 out, they get +2, so they're looking for 5 to charge.
Okay.
They get a 7. So they will make contact.
Do I want to unleash hell? I feel like both of those units are just going to get wiped. So I'm going to spend a point to unleash hell.
Okay. Should I do my impact hits, or do you do unleash hell?
You do.
Or, sorry, excuse me, you're supposed to do impact hits first.
Yes.
Okay, so this is again 66, 2 ups, re-rolling 1s. The 2 1s again.
Cool.
So that's 6 mortal wounds.
Okay. I will take these guys off. All right, so I've done an unleash hell here. So I'm going to do the privateer pistols, and this includes the volley pistol of the leader. So they got, they're hitting on 4s normally, 3s because you're contesting an objective, but back to 4s because of Unleash Hell. So I'm looking for 4s. So I'll take away the misses.
Yeah.
That's actually
Cannot
really
all out
good.
defense, it is the charge phase.
And then wounding on 4s.
That's a lot of 4s.
That was a really good roll. Okay, so that is so far 6 at no rend.
Okay, would you like me to, why don't we take those now? I'm looking for 4s. They are armed with axes and bull shields. So I will take 3 of them. I assume they're 1 damage each.
Yep.
Okay, so I've taken 3 wounds.
So then we'll do the 2 volley guns. So there's 2d6 shots, so there'll be 5 shots, and then 9 shots, that's 14 shots.
That's perfectly average.
4, yeah, that is perfectly average, yeah. 6, 8,
It all comes out.
10, 12, 14, and then these are on 4s and 4s as well.
Okay.
A lot of 4s and 4s in this army.
As a Beast of Chaos player, I feel ya.
Okay, it wasn't so hot that time.
Okay.
And then 4s. So that'll be just 2 at no rend.
2 on 4 ups. I fail 1.
And then lastly, I get the light skyhook.
How much damage off the volley gun?
Just 1.
Just 1, so 1 failed
Yep.
save means 1 bolt comes off.
And then 1 light skyhook, I need a 4. That hits, and then that wounds on a 3. Doesn't wound. So
Okay.
that, I'm done.
All right.
That wasn't that bad.
No?
No. So I guess we'll go into the combats. I know how the hammers fight. How are the Arcanauts in hand-to-hand?
I think they just get a few attacks each.
Okay, well, we'll go into the hammers first. I didn't successfully make them strike last, so we'll activate the Bulgors.
Okay, I'll do all-out defense on the hammers.
Very good. We'll pile in just so we can get the axes in range. The back rank is not going to be able to get in range with their horns because they've got 2-inch reach on the axes, but only 1-inch reach on their goring horns.
Yep.
Yes, 3 attacks each with cleaving axe, and then +1 for the champion, so it'll be 19 attacks. So I need 3 more.
Yep.
Okay. I will spend a command point to all-out attack here.
Okay.
So they are going to be 3s and 3s, rend 2, damage 2. Any 6s on the hit roll will be damage and mortal wounds, and the attack sequence ends. So it's
Okay.
not in addition. So pull out all the 1s and 2s. The unit takes 10 mortal wounds.
10.
4,
And then I've got 7 hits.
8, 10.
So these will be 3s to wound. So that is 4 saves at rend 2 because my Herdstone is up.
Okay, so then I'm back to 5s. Okay. So I made 1 of those.
Okay, they're 2 damage apiece.
Okay, that's the unit.
All right.
All right, so we're into the Arcanaut Company. They're going to fight back now. So I've got 7 with Arcanaut Cutters. I'm +1 to hit because you're contesting an objective. So I'm going to be hitting on 3s. And that's not great. But wounding on 4s. So that's 2 at no rend.
Okay, 4 ups. I will pass 1, take 1.
Okay, so then we have the gun butts. So these will be hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 5s. Just 1 more at no rend.
Okay, 4 up. I will not pass that, so I will take another 1.
And then these are the good ones. So these will be hitting on 2s. This is from the Sky Pike. And then wounding on 3s.
Okay, 2 wounds total. We like that.
Wow.
Good job, Arcanauts.
All right,
Okay,
you get to kill the
let's
Arcanauts
swing
now.
back.
Yeah.
We'll pile in just to make sure I can get all of the axes into range. We have lost 1 guy.
So you don't have to worry about coherency.
Right, I'm just making sure I can. Oh, right, I can just pile in like even more and get another horns into range. Okay, great, love that. So it's 15, 16 attacks with the champion. Because they've lost a guy, so 4, 8, 12, and 16. I can't all-out attack with them because I all-out attacked over here, so these guys are going to be hitting on 4s.
Okay.
6s are mortals. So that is 4 mortal wounds.
Okay.
And plenty of hits, and this will be wounding on 3s, Ren 2. That is 5 saves at Ren 2.
Okay, so saving on 6s.
And it's
So
2 damage apiece, so
it'll be
8
8 more
goes
dead.
through.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to take them all off because they'll flee on battle shock.
I've still got horns to roll too.
Yeah,
so-
I'll just take them all off.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that is that for them. And that's the end of my combat phase. And that's the end of the turn, I think. So we... I hold 1, hold 2, hold more, and I scored gaining momentum because I killed the Rune Priest, who was my target. I control more objectives than the Overlords, so I will score another 5 for this turn. We'll be back with Kharadron Overlords turn 2.
So it's 10 to 5.
Currently, yes.
All right, so KO turn 2. I've lost a couple of big units, but that's okay. So for my battle tactic, I'm going to do eye for an eye. It's pretty straightforward. And then for my heroic action, I think I'm actually just going to roll for a CP on the Aether Chemist who's in the boat. And he doesn't get it.
Okay. And I am going to try for a command point on my Doom Bull. I do get it.
All right, and that's pretty much it for my hero phase. Oh, I get to roll for some CP. So I get 2 dice for my 2 heroes surviving. So I will get 2 more CP.
Okay.
Wow.
And I am going to spend a real command point in your hero phase, and the Bulgor there are going to attempt to rally.
Okay.
1
Oh.
back.
Oh,
Curses.
nice casses.
We'll just try our best to make you fail that battle tactic.
All right.
Oh, did you explain that you lost a guy?
Oh, I didn't. We rolled that off camera. I had lost an extra Bulgor to Battle Shock. They could only lose 1 on a 6, and I decided to be greedy and hold the command point, and of course rolled the 6. So now I've gotten 1 back off of rally and spent the command point anyway.
It all comes out in the end.
Okay, so we're into KO shooting phase. I did move, I disembarked these guys, and then they all moved, and then I did move this Ironclad and the emergency disembarked for command point, the Thunderers. Yeah, that's right. And so then we're into the shooting phase, as I mentioned. So I'll pick 1 unit to reroll 1s against. So that's going to be this unit here. Sorry, pick 1 of my units. So I'll pick the Thunderers to reroll 1s to hit.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they kept any re-rolling ones, but that's cool.
And then the Aether Chemist will give them 1 extra rend.
Cool. Oh, nice.
So he does that. And then we can just go into shooting.
Excellent.
So I'll start here. So I'm actually going to do the bomblets thing first. So I basically just keep rolling until I roll
It's
a
a
1.
mortal wound each time until you roll a 1?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
it's, what's the range on it?
6 inches.
Okay, hit me.
Hit me.
It's a mortal wound.
1.
We'll just count it up.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. 2. 3. 4.
And you rolled a 4.
5.
You rolled a 5. Do it.
6.
Oh, it was a 6 until he...
7.
Oh my gosh.
8. 9. Bye, Bulgors. 10. 11. 12. 13. 13 mortal wounds. And that is a once a battle ability,
Yes,
right?
it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's once a battle.
And that's an artifact?
Yes, that's my only artifact. Yeah.
So that is 4, 8, 10, and 13 means he's taken 3, he's got 1 left, and then there's another guy. I'm not going to worry about coherency because I think they're not going to live.
So then I'll do his actual shooting attacks.
Wow.
So he's got 1 shot hitting on a 3. Hits. And then wounds on a 2. Fails to wound. And then he's got 6 shots hitting on 3s. So 2 miss. And then they wound on 3s. So that is 2 at rend 1.
Okay, I'll be on 5s. I pass 1. Damage.
Just damage 1.
Okay, that's this guy lifted, so it's 1 guy remaining on full wounds.
Okay, so then I'll do the Endrin Riggers. Or whoever comes up first in my little thing here.
Small angry man on tiny blimp.
I'll do the boat. Let's do the boat. So then
Little boat?
The gun hauler?
the gun hauler, yeah. So he's got 2 shots from the carbines hitting on 3s.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. 1 hit and then wounding on a 3. So it fails to wound. And then I've got the Sky Cannon shrapnel shot. So 4 shots hitting on 3s. 2 hit and then wounding on 3s. So 1 at rend 1.
5 up. Pass that.
Okay, all right, so let's do the engine riggers. Okay, so I've got 2 with rapid fire rivet guns, so they got 3 shots each. So they'll be hitting on 3s. So that's 4 hits, and then wounding on 4s. So 2 at rend 2.
Okay, 6s. Pass 1.
So 1 damage.
Take 1.
And then I got 2 athematic volley guns. They get 2d6 shots each. So the first one will get 9 shots, and the second one will get 8 shots. So that's 17 shots.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah. He's got this in the bag.
So that's 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 shots. So these are 4s and 4s.
A measly 17 shots. On the 4s, though. It's always a sketchy.
Yeah, it is sketchy, yeah.
Just ask my clan reps.
And then 4s again. Okay, so that is 5 at no rend.
Okay, 4 ups. I will fail 2.
1 wound left.
Are they a damage each?
1 damage each, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a single wound.
And then I've got 2 drill launchers. If I roll a 6, they do 3 mortals.
Okay.
But they hit on 4s. So that's 3 mortals.
Okay, well, he's toast.
Yeah.
I guess we found their weakness.
I should have
Bullets.
Yeah.
I should have started with that.
Me and the Minotaurs share the same weakness. That's crazy. Yeah.
Well, that did take all of the shooting in that quarter. Like, it took the engine riggers and the
whole
gun hauler
area.
and the hero with his one-time artifact to wipe 5 Bulgors.
That's true.
Yeah.
So that being said, I no longer have any Bulgars.
In this area.
That's correct.
Yeah, in this region.
Okay, so I'll start with.
I have a feeling we've just been through season 1 and we're about to see season 2.
So I'll do the Aether Chemist first, just to get him out of the way.
Okay, we're gonna spend the Bulgors, the Doom Bulls command point to all-out defense with these ones.
Okay.
Just to try and counteract that +1 wound you've got.
So he's got 3d6 shots. So that'll be 11 shots. So 6 and 11 shots. So he's hitting on 4s. It's pretty bad. Okay, and then wounding on 4s. So 3s because the +1 to wound. So
yes.
3 at rend 2.
Okay, so it'll be, I'm down to 3 up, so back up to 5 up. I will pass 1 damage apiece.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take 2.
Okay, so then I think I'll just do the Ironclad.
Yeah. I was gonna say, even if the Thunderers don't do the job, you're just gonna have to commit the cannon.
So he's within 12 inches of them, right?
Let's see. Yeah, looks pretty clean to me.
Okay, all right, so he'll start with the carbines. So that's 8 shots, hitting on 3s. And I'm giving them the once per turn, rerolling ones on the,
Is it on the to hits or to wounds or both?
Oh, to hits, okay. Yeah. So these will be hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 2s with the +1 to wound. So that is 4 at rend 1.
Rend 1 will put me back on 4-ups. I will fail 2.
2 damage each.
Okay, so that's 4 damage. That'll lift a bull and roll 2 more wounds over.
Okay, and then the torpedoes, 4 shots hitting on 4s. So 2 hit and plus 1 to wound, so there'll be 2s. So that's 2 more at rend 1.
Okay, 4s. Pass 1. Whoop.
It's D3 damage.
D3 damage.
Okay.
For 2 damage.
Okay, that'll lift this bull.
And then I can do the shrapnel shot, so that'll be 6 shots. Hitting on 3s. Okay. And then wounding on 2s. So 2 at rend
Isn't it?
1, yeah.
Okay, 4s. I will pass 1, fail 1.
So 2 damage.
Okay, take 2 damage.
Okay, so then we're moving to the Thunderers.
Thunderers next.
Okay.
Thunder, ho!
Okay, so I've got how many wood rifles there? 1, 2, 3.
So you've got 5 special weapons in it, right?
Yeah.
You've got the mortar and 2s and 2s, so you got 5 rifles.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rifles. Yes.
Should be 10 dudes, and you've got 5 special weapons.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
There's one of those that has the same profile, just different range, right? So you could roll that
Yeah.
together with the rifles.
Yeah, that's the
Deck sweepers.
let me just see the
Yep.
the sergeant gets 2 extra attacks with his a for shot rifle.
Okay.
Right.
So I'll do
The
that.
deck sweepers have the same profile, so you could roll them at the same time.
Yeah, it's just different range, but since the whole
5
unit has
attacks.
range anyway.
Okay, so I'll put 5 more dice
another
here,
10 in.
and
Oh,
then
there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
yeah, so then 5 more dice. So I'll do all out attack.
Right.
Oops, and then so they'll be hitting on 2s, 2s, rerolling 1s.
Goodness indeed. You didn't even need it. Oh, you do.
Okay, so they all hit.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they're +1 to wound,
Please.
so wounding on 3s. Take away the fails.
There's the 2. Yeah.
Okay, so that is 5, 10, 15 at rend 1.
Yep.
Okay, so 15 4s.
1 damage.
So 1 bull, 2 bull, and 1 wound. So this guy has 1 wound remaining. He's taken 3, and I will lift both of them.
So they have D6 shots each. So they'll have 4 shots, and they automatically hit.
Yep.
And they wound on 2s.
Okay.
So that is 4 saves at no rend.
No rend, so I'm on 3s. I fail 2, so he will drop, and this
1
guy has
damage
taken
each?
1 wound.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing.
And then 2 shots from the Aether cannons.
Oh, okay. You've got cannons. So you don't have. Wait,
You don't have them up.
because you did the 5 rifles, the 2 deck sweepers, 2 fumigators, and you've only got 1 guy left because there's 10.
Oh,
in the
okay.
unit.
Right.
So you've got 2 deck sweepers, 2 cannons, and 2 fumigators?
Yeah.
So do you have 6 special weapons?
You had 2 and 2, so you'd have 1 more left, right?
I think we just roll too many rifles if they're allowed to be set up this way.
Yeah.
Right, because they can probably do 1 in 5 can have each of those things.
Yes.
So we can have 6 special weapons. So we just rolled too many rifle attacks.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We rolled one dude's too many, but that's probably fine. All right, so yeah, cannons.
Okay.
And then you do or don't have a mortar in there as well.
I have one mortar.
So we rolled way too many rifle attacks.
Yeah, I thought it was too many.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever.
Okay, so hitting
We're
on
learning.
hitting on 2s, rolling 1s, so both hit, and then wounding on 2s. So 1 at -2.
Okay, so we have 5. Yep.
And then the mortar gets how many? The mortar gets see below. How many models were in the target unit?
There are, well, when you started shooting, there were 6.
So 5 shots, then hitting on 2s, rolling 1s. So all hit, and then wounding on 2s. So that is another 4 at no rend.
Okay, 3 ups. I failed 2. He's alive on 1 wound.
Wow.
And so we rolled 4 too many rifle attacks.
Okay.
But that's okay. It's probably like a wound's worth of stuff. So, is that the volley?
That is the volley. That's all I have.
Okay. Who? It was the engine riggers killed them, right?
Yeah.
And they are an idol, and so were they. So you do
Okay.
get the bonus point this turn.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to decide if I want to charge you. Yeah, so I think in the charge phase, I'll elect to charge with the
boat.
boat, and I'll
okay.
do its 3d6 charge.
Very good. Yep. So you're looking for looks like probably a 12 to connect with the Bulgor, or a 10 to connect with the Doom Bolt.
Because I think that battering ram just has to be within.
Is it within if it's within 3, then you're looking for like a 10 to connect with the Doom Bolt.
Yeah, I just think it's worth it just to wipe that unit out. So I'm just gonna double check the battering ram.
Yeah, well, I'm looking mighty short on hammers, so
Oh, it has to get within 1 inch.
within 1 inch. So you're looking for like an 11. Well, no, because is it charging though?
Yeah.
So then, yeah, you're looking for an 11 so that you can
11.
get within an inch of him before your pile in. But you've got 3d6.
Yeah. And you can re-roll it if you want.
That's
Yep.
true. I got a CP. Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay.
So that's a 10.
So you can connect with the Doom Bull successfully on that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Because 10 inches should get you right onto
Put
him.
it into
Yep.
the Doom Bowl.
Yeah, he just sits right, touches there. You can sort of pivot onto the objective if you want to. Okay.
Okay, and then I rolled 10 dice on the Doom Bowl.
Is this a once a game, or is this just always on with him?
Always on. The charge thing is always on, but the 3d6 is once per game.
Okay. And so 4 ups.
4 ups, do mortals. So that is
Looks like 6.
6 mortals on the Doom Bowl.
Grim.
How many USs does he have?
2.
2 left.
Yep. Yep.
Whoa.
Well, I've dangled these guys in front of a KO shooting turn. You know?
Man, so swingy. I love it. Lots.
If only I'd been able to take this turn off and deploy at the end of 2.
Right.
Okay, so we're into combat.
I guess so.
That last guy has 1 wound left.
Yes, he does. How fighty is... Oh, I guess he's tagged in, so I can't do that. So
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'll go with the ironclad. So he'll pile in just so I can get within an inch of that last guy.
Okay.
Try to finish him off. So he's going to do all-out attack.
Okay.
So, he's
So what's his combat profile?
he's got 8 attacks, 4s and 4s, no rend.
Anything else, or is that it?
That's it.
That's it. And you're putting it all into the Bulgor, the one guy, or
Yeah, the guy that has 1 wound
has
left.
1 wound left?
Yeah.
Is it worth spending for another all-out defense? 4s and 4s, you said?
Well, then I got +1 to wound. Is it the +1
Oh,
to
yeah.
wound is shooting, I think, so.
Is it only? We should check.
Yeah.
Because if it's 4, 2, I'm likely to die on a 4-up. I am still probable to die on a 3.
No, it's not just shooting, it's everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
So you're 3s and 3s?
3s and 3s.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to spend it on all-out defense and try to get some attacks out of him.
Okay.
Because if he dies, I don't get to Inspiring Presence anyway.
Okay.
We're at the end of the turn.
Okay, so 3s and then 3s again. So that is 6 at no rend.
Unlikely, but possible. 3s. Nope, fails 3 and dies. Okay, so that is a second bonus point this turn, because that's another idol wiped by an idol.
Oh, those were your idols. I wasn't around for that.
Yeah. And then the Doombull will fight back.
Sure.
He is not super fighty. He's just there to be an enabler. The unit champion is a better fighter than he is.
What?
Yeah.
That's kind of...
All right, Alpha Beast Horns, 2 attacks, 4s and 4s. 1 hit. And no wounds. And then the Slaughterer's Axe is 3s and 3s, rend 2 now because of the Herd Stone. So no mortals, unfortunate, and 2 wounds at rend 2.
Okay, so saving on 5s.
Okay. Save 1, it's 3 damage.
Okay, cool.
There's little things there if you want to. Oh.
There we go. 3 taken.
Okay.
And that's the combat phase, right?
Yep.
Right.
So how many does he count as on the objective?
5.
5? So you hold no objectives.
Right.
But you do score 2 bonus points for killing idols and your battle tactic eye for
so I'll
eye.
get 4 points.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we're rolling on turn...
Yeah. So it leaves us at
3.
10 to 9 currently, and rolling on turn 3. It's your choice again.
You don't have... You want to think about it?
I'll think about it, yeah.
Okay.
We'll be back with whoever's coming next.
Okay, so I'm taking the turn for KO, taking the double. So for my battle tactic, I'll do gaining momentum. So I'm going to destroy that unit in the back there.
Nice.
And I will try to do a heroic recovery on this guy. So he fails that.
Okay. And I am going to spend a command point in the hero phase to fight with the Doombull.
Okay.
Because let's...
So now he's fighting...
in the hero phase, and then he'll strike last if he survives to the combat phase. So I start with my Alpha Beast Horns, 4s and 4s, 2 attacks. I miss. And then the axe on 3s and 3s. So that's just 3 mortal wounds.
Okay, I'll take those.
You will take those because you have no choice.
All right, and then we'll go into movement, and then we'll come back. All right, so I've moved. Pretty much everything moved apart from the boat, obviously, because it's in combat here. Although I could have spent a point to disengage if I wanted to.
CP like?
With a CP.
Yeah, it's a command ability all boats have now.
Yeah. That would actually be worth it. Yeah, I'll spend a CP.
Did you roll for your extra CP?
I didn't actually.
Oh, your characters, yeah.
Yeah, thanks. No, and so it failed those. Okay, so
forgot.
yeah. Okay, so I'll just disengage.
Okay, so he has to wind up outside of 3 of my stuff. Yep, you're good there.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's start the shooting with the Engine Master with dirigible suit. So he's going to shoot into that unit there.
Okay, Ungor Raiders.
Yep.
And you've got 16 inches, it looks like.
Yeah, he's got a range of 18.
Okay.
So he's got 1 shot hitting on 3s. Nope. And then he's got 6 shots hitting on 3s. They all hit but 1, and then wounding on 3s. So that is 5 at rend 1.
Okay, and it's 5 dead Ungor Raiders.
Pew pew.
Ooh, let's leave him.
And how many wounds does this guy have left?
2.
2 wounds left. Okay. I will shoot the Endrin Riggers into... Let's see. Let's split some shots here, I think. So, let's start with the Aether Chemist. The Aether Chemist will shoot him.
Okay.
So he's got a range of 9. So he's within range.
Good.
So he's got 3d6 shots.
Okay, I will just all-out defense here, I think.
Yeah, so he's got 8 shots. Hitting on 4s. And I'll give the reroll 1s to them again. Yeah. Yeah. So hitting on 4s. And then wounding on 4s. So that is 4 at rend 2.
Okay, 4 at rend 2 puts me, with the all-out defense, that puts me back up to 5s. I fail 3 and die.
Okay.
Irk.
Yep.
So that is another bonus point for idle. Oh no, he was not an idle, so
No.
that is not a bonus point.
Right.
Yeah, so I'll do the ironclad. So it will put its carbines into. Actually, it'll just put all its weapons into this unit here.
Ought to have held the all-out defense for this.
Yeah. So it's got 8 shots, hitting on 3s, and then wounding on 3s. So that is 3 at rend 1.
Okay, these are regular Ungors. So they actually have a 5-up save, so this will put them up to 6s. I fail them all.
So 2 damage each.
6 dead Ungor.
And then 4 shots with the torpedoes, hitting on 4s. So 1 hit, and then wounding on a 3, failed. And then lastly, the shrapnel, so that's 6 shots, hitting on 3s. And 3s again. So that is 3 at rend 1.
Okay, 6s.
2 damage.
Oh.
Pass them all.
Oh,
Okay.
6s. Bow, bow, bow.
Okay, so let's look at the gun hauler then. So it will do its carbine shots into that unit.
Okay.
And then it'll do its shell shots into the other unit. Okay? So the carbine shots first.
24 inches.
Yeah, plenty of space.
So
I didn't
hitting
realize I was
on
playing
3s,
40k today.
and then wounding on 3s.
You're playing.
So nothing. And then the 24-inch shot, so there's 2 shots hitting on 4s. Both hit. And then wounding on 2s. So 2 at rend 2 into that unit.
D3 plus 1.
D3 plus 1 each. So that is...
That's minimum 4, so they're toast.
yeah.
Right.
So then I've got the engine riggers left and the thunderers. So let's look at the thunderers.
Thunder. Thunder. Thunders. Ho!
So they're going to shoot into... we'll put everything into this little unit
Into the
here.
Ungor?
Yeah.
Okay.
So these will be... And I'll spend a point for all-out attack.
Okay.
No, actually I won't. I'm going to save it. So these will be hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. So no 1s. And there's a 2 there as well.
It's weird, like you said, to see the re-rolling ones coming back.
Yeah.
Beasts have it on the Bulgor charge,
Oh.
and KO apparently get it with an Ether Chem ability.
4.
So
They've
it's,
also got the Skaven battle axe.
Okay, so 2 at rend 1.
okay, that'll be. Is it just a damage each?
1 damage each, yeah.
2 dead guys.
And then the deck sweepers, 5 attacks each. So same thing, 3s and 4s. Okay, 3 at rend 1.
I have removed them.
And then the fumigators, d6 shots each. So they're 12-inch range. I just want to double check that. No, this one's out, and
Middle back there.
this one is in.
Looks into me.
So 2d6 shots. So 9 shots.
Doesn't he hit automatically?
Oh yeah, it hits automatically, yeah. So 9 rolling to wound on 3s. So re-rolling 1s. Oh no, that's for wound.
Yeah, because this isn't a hit roll.
Yeah, so that's 4 at no rend.
4 6s. Pass 1, so I've got 2 remaining guys.
And then we'll do the 2 Aether cannons, which are 18. So they both miss. And then the mortar,
I started with 10 in the unit, so you get your 5 attacks.
yeah. So 3s and 3s.
Just for anybody watching, that weapon gets attacks equal to the unit, the models in the unit, up to a maximum of 5.
Okay, just 1 then.
Rend?
No rend.
Okay, 6. Nope. Splat.
Okay, so then I just have the engine riggers left.
Just.
He gets, so there's 3 attacks each, so that's 6 attacks. So these will be hitting on 3s. And then winning on 4s. So 1 at Ren 2.
Damage.
1.
Clink.
Plink, plink.
And then the 2 volley guns, so D6 shots each. So the first one's 11. And the second one is 4.
Okay.
So that's 15.
15, it's 1 off of average.
I was saying that regular Ungor have been treating me better than Ungor Raiders, but with like multiple shot Rend 2 guns floating around, it would not have made a difference.
Fair enough. I keep trying to convince Roman to just bring more Sigmars.
I'm getting a crash course, wink, wink. Well, we saw how easy 1 went down.
That's true, but...
Okay, so 2 at no Rend.
Okay, 2 6s. 1.
Oh, spicy.
And then the 2 drill launchers hitting on 4s. So 1 hits, and then on a 3. So 1 more save at Ren 3.
How much damage?
D3. Oops, that's outside.
Out the box.
1 damage.
Oh,
Splat.
should have rolled it in the box.
I know.
You got a 6.
Well, now I get to decide which unit runs away from Battle Shock.
Oh,
Yeah,
Is that all of the shooting?
that is, yeah.
Okay, so we will spend a command point. Huh.
I assume you want it there because it splits things up a bit.
I guess so. Well, like... My thinking is because he's still got a standard, which makes it easier for him to rally his friends back.
Oh, got it. Then never mind. Yeah, 5 ups. Right?
But you're right, leaving like lone characters over here, although I can reposition quite easily with Darkwalkers. And these guys are on 1 less, so let's auto pass over there with the 1 guy.
Nice.
And then roll the Battle Shock here. I lost 8. Don't know if I can pass with Ungor Raiders.
You can't.
They're either a
you
5 or a
can't
6.
pass, but yeah.
Let's see what I roll. 5.
Yeah. And it's gone.
5 plus my lost 8 is 13, which definitely, or, you know, whatever, however bravery works, they're toast.
Adios, muchachos.
Okay. So, at the end of that turn, you hold 1, hold 2, hold more.
Yes.
You do score your battle tactic, but you didn't get any bonus idle points that turn. So you score 5,
Yeah.
putting you up to 14 to my 10.
Okay, and then into your turn 3.
We'll be back.
All right, so this is top of turn 3.
Bottom turn 3.
I have chosen Desecrate Their Lands, picking this terrain piece here. And I'm going to get right into the hero phase. So I'm going to take 2 heroic actions this turn with the Galatian Champion because of Desperate Action, the battle pack we're in. So I'm going to try to heroic recovery this shaman here first. He's only bravery 6, so it is unlikely, but hey, I get 2 of them. That's a 5.
Oh, got him.
So he will heal for 1 wound.
Hey.
It makes him less likely to die if I do a Ritual of Ruin. And then he's going to try and generate a command point, which will be on a 2-up because my general's dead. I think we'll actually generate that on that Bray Shaman over there. He does get it.
I think they both have to do it. I think you have to.
Oh, you're correct. Yes, it has to be on the same guy because I'm doing 2 actions, so he gets it on a 2-up.
He does, because your general's dead.
Yes, you are quite right. Then we're going to cast some...
I'll do a heroic action. I'll
Right.
try to heal this guy.
Yep.
And he does this time.
Yeah,
you do?
Take that off.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give him some more. I'm going to start with a risky Ritual of Ruin. Do these guys have 1 or 2 wounds apiece?
2.
2? So I'm going to start with a Ritual of Ruin from him onto... Ooh, maybe I should cast first. Yeah, let's do that first. So Rituals of Ruin are extra heroic actions that beastmen get, but they say that they occur in your hero phase after heroic actions. So in your hero phase is the timing window, so I can do them interchangeably with spells or whatever else happens in the hero phase. YouTube comments at me if I'm wrong.
That sounds right.
So what we're going to do is cast Tendrils of Atrophy from him onto the engine riggers, just to get that out of the door before he goes down. I believe I'm looking for a 7.
Okay.
That does not cast on a 4. So now let's see if he kills himself. So I'm going to do a I can't reach... Can I reach him? I can reach him. So I'm going to do the Ritual of Ruin to him.
Okay.
We're going to do Warping Curse, so another d6 mortal wounds. And then first, I've been rolling them in the other order because it hasn't mattered.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll for him first because if he takes 3 mortal wounds and dies, the ritual has no effect. So he takes 2 and lives on 1.
Because he healed.
Yes. And then he takes 3.
3.
And then my Zangor Shaman is going to cast Bolt of Change onto him. I am going to drink his once a game potion for +3 to cast, and he can cast a second spell this turn. So Bolt of Change is looking for a 7. I'm on +3 to cast. So that is a 10.
Nice.
Okay. So your dude takes 1 mortal wound. And then he will cast himself a Mystic Shield. And this is just flat casting, but also on a 10, so he will get that Mystic Shield for himself. This guy, I think, is too far away to do anything that matters. I'm out of range from mortal wounds and his spell, so we will, I think, see you after the movement phase.
At the end of the hero phase, I'll do the emergency field repairs.
Okay.
Because they're within 3 inches.
Yes. So you're going to repair some wounds off of the Ironclad?
Yeah, so I'll roll 6 dice, and for each 4 or 5 I heal 1, and for each 6 I heal 2.
Okay.
So that's 2, 3, 4, 5 healed. So he's taking 1 now.
Yep, didn't quite heal at all.
Oh, yeah.
But is healing much faster than I can put punishment into him. Okay, so now we will see you back after the movement phase. We're here at the end of the movement phase. Everything Beasts of Chaos has moved up. The Ungor Raiders managed a 6 on their run, so they moved up quite a long ways, and they can run and shoot. So they're going to put a huge number of very bad shots into this guy, and I'm going to put 1 shot over here into the Thunderers.
Okay.
So we'll start with the Loner. He's 1 shot, 4s and 4s. He misses.
Okay.
Then those guys have 41 shots.
All out defense.
Okay, so you're going to be on a 2-up save.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is the first 20.
Okay.
I am on 4s and 4s. I do not have any command points to issue an all-out attack. Because the only command point I generated is way over here.
Ooh.
Okay, so that is all the hits off the first half. And 4s to wound.
It's a pretty good roll.
Yeah, it's pretty good so far. Okay, so that is 7 2-up saves you have to make.
I'll save it. I got it. Here. 7.
Okay, you want me to roll the other half?
I figured might as well.
Okay, so that's 20 again, plus 1 for the champion, so 21 in this pool, 4s and 4s.
And he's got how many wounds left?
4.
He's got 4 wounds left?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's got 8 wounds. He is tougher than my Doom Bull. I guess tougher than my Doom Bull was. Okay, that's a lot of misses.
Past tense on the Doom Bull.
Yeah.
Pour one out for the Doom Bull.
Yeah, let's think of Doomy. So that's only 3 more, so it's 10 saves total. And that is everything.
3 more?
Yeah, so 7 off the first, 3 off the second.
Okay, so on 2s.
On 2s.
All right, I failed 2.
Okay.
So he's taken 6 wounds. Charges, I guess.
Charges. We got 2. We'll try for this Ungor here, looking for a 3. He makes it.
Barely.
I will not unleash all.
Yeah, you only got 1 CP.
Yeah.
And the Gores are looking for a 4. Yep, 5.
1 better.
Not impressive, but it'll do the job.
That'll do, donkey.
Yep. And so Gores have that shiny ability to make a unit that they charge strike last on a 3-up, but they have to outnumber the unit that they charge, so it never works.
Oh.
So because the Thunderers are still in 10, I don't get to roll.
Right. You're just
so
going to go with them first anyway.
That's right, yeah. We'll just go right into combat. So we'll pile in. We're going to try to maximize our attacks here, so we'll just get them into 2 ranks, because they do have... I'll double check that they have a 2-inch range, but I'm pretty sure they do.
I'm pretty sure.
I think they can fight over top
So
of each
only
other.
models that are within 3 of him are -1 to hit.
Okay. So that'll be like 3 gore, and the Ungor should he survive.
I'll do all-out defense.
Okay.
What's your rend?
I am rent 1 because of the Herdstone.
Yeah, I'll do all-out defense on the Thunderers.
Okay. Hit your turn before I wanted to, but I've got nothing left, and they're not going to survive another turn of shooting. So let's do the 3 guys who are -1 to hit first.
Yep.
So that'll be 6 attacks. The champion's the guy with the pike over here.
Yep.
And is armed differently. So these are 2 attacks each because I've got shields. They would be 4s and 3s. Now they're 5s and 3s. Because the Ether Chemist is stinky. So it's 3 hits. And then 3s. 2 wounds. Rend 1, but you're +1 to save.
So on 3s. Saved.
You have a 3-up save?
Yep.
Whoa.
KO.
Dang.
And then I've got 7 more bulls,
They really
or
have
7 more
space.
7 more gores at 2 each, +1 for the champion. So that should be 15 attacks. Yep. 7 and 8, and these will be on 4s and 3s. That's 4 misses.
It's a pretty good roll.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Oh,
Really big shoot.
so that will be, that was a 4, but 8 saves.
Okay, so on 3s.
Mm-hmm.
So I failed 2.
I kill a Thunderer.
Are they 2
Kill.
each?
Yeah.
Yep. So I'll just take off this guy at the back.
I think they're 170-ish for 3, or for 5, I mean.
135, I think, for.
For 5?
Yeah.
So 270 points for 10? Yeah?
So are they fighting last?
Nope.
No.
Because I didn't, you outnumber, we were
Oh,
both 10 when I
okay.
hit you, so I can't roll for it.
Okay, so I'll fight with them next then.
Okay. All I have remaining to fight is a 1 attack off of an Ungor Raider who's going to hit
Okay.
on a 6 because of the Ether Chemist.
Right.
Okay, I'll put 3 into him,
Okay.
and then I'll put 2 into them.
All right.
Okay, so 3 into that guy, so got gun butts. So that'll be 3 attacks. 4s and 4s
And this is into the Ungor?
to this one guy.
Okay, yeah. So you got
2
2
hits. And nothing.
He lives.
And then the other 2 into the unit.
Yep.
1 hit and nothing.
Okay then.
And then I get then you get to go with him,
Ungor.
Oh, right.
the one Ungor.
I guess I'll...
Does it matter?
It doesn't really. I guess we'll put it in the Thunderers. Why not?
Okay.
Ungor Raiders, I think, are 5s and 5s with their jagged blades, so I will hit on a 6 because I'm within 3 inches of the Aether Chemist. Yes. So 6 and 5.
Nope.
Okay, I'll attack back with the chemist.
Do you want to pile him in?
Well, he's already in.
I see. You're attacking the...
Yeah, so 4s and 4s. Nothing.
Oh. That was quick.
Yep. So battle shock. I'm bravery with the Thunderers.
Better than 6, then you're okay, right?
Yeah. They are bravery 7 plus 1 for the banner, so they're
So
bravery
they're
8.
fine.
So they're fine.
Okay. So scoring at the end of that turn, I hold 1 and score my battle tactic for 3 points. Puts me up to 13 to Andy's 14.
Okay.
And then we can roll Prio for turn 4.
Yeah,
Priority roll.
You take it again.
I do. I'm gonna have to take it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right, so we've decided to call the game here after the Prio roll. We've figured out Andy has a very easy battle tactic to score to lift the Gore because they are within a foot of this objective. So he's going to score max points again this turn, and with the amount of shooting he's going to be able to put into me, I'm not going to have enough left to contest objectives for the rest of the game. So there's not really a prospect of me scoring any more points. So that will end the game. Current score 14-13, but you're going to pull way ahead over the last few turns.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
were this a tournament, we'd probably be looking at close to 30 for Andy, and I might squeak another point or 2 out to squeeze towards 15.
Right on.
So overall, a good game. Really interesting to see the threat bubble that new KO can project, and there's just no safe place anywhere near them.
Right on. Well, thanks to you both for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to
for
everyone
having
for
us.
watching.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time.